Greetings, everybody. You are watching a recording of a recording of a recording. This is my video of myself doing the Akkhan's set dungeon, mastering it. And I had this sitting on my computer. I had done it off stream pretty early in the season, so I wanted to go ahead and hop in and make sure I did some audio over this, because since it was off stream, I don't know why I had my camera on, but I had my audio off, so I kind of just wanted to make sure that I put some audio over this so it wasn't just a silent video. Kind of walk you guys through what I'm doing here. So as you can see, the Akkhan set dungeon makes you want to use Condemn on 10 different enemies simultaneously and kill a certain amount of enemies while you're imbued with Akarat's champion. So this is a pretty simplistic one, honestly, because if you're wearing the Akkhan set, you're always aiming for that 56% cooldown reduction, which allows you to have 100% uptime on your Akarat's champion. So this kind of a objective where you have to kill enemies while imbued with the power should be relatively easy to get, because you will never really not be an Akarat's champion. So that's kind of a non-objective if you think about it. Like, you're just gonna have Akarats up the whole time and just kill the dungeon. The harder part is rounding up the enemies to use Condemn on them. So it has to be 10 different enemies simultaneously. What I found worked really well for this was taking Provoke. And then as I saw a decent amount of mobs, I would hit Provoke, but then I would keep walking forward, then kind of get surrounded on all sides to make sure that I had, a really good amount for the kind of circle of Condemn to spread against. And then once I felt I was adequately surrounded, I would go ahead and pop Condemn. And usually it's, somewhere between 12 to 14 enemies or so. So you're definitely overshooting it most times. You're going to really want to look for the packs of those more loot invaders. Make sure you have a decent amount of them surrounding you. Here you can kind of see I'm like, I don't know if I have enough. I wanted those tongue licker dudes to come over, but I figured I would just go and pop it, and it was exactly enough, so that was kind of nice. But you have to do it 12 times in here, which is definitely a lot, but there are enough packs for it. Sometimes you might not get the exact density, but if you're using Provoke, it allows you to kind of walk around and create that density, because the mobs are really strongly leashed with that taunt, so they will follow you, and you can get a lot of good aggro that way. Here, I don't like my positioning because I'm not surrounded on all sides, but I decided to go for it anyways, and then that's another one where it's kind of close. Sometimes if you're looking at the amount of monsters around you, what looks like it could be 10 is very sketchy sometimes. Like, you might not be close. So you definitely want to go for more overkill than not, rather than trying to get precisely 10. As you can see here, though, things worked out pretty well. I was able to get all those groups down. And then, of course, the one thing that sucks is sometimes you'll just have those few monsters left. You'll see here, this is the last major pack that I found. But wait, there's 4 more monsters left. So another skill that you definitely want to take with you while you're doing this dungeon is the Steed Charge skill. I mean, it's a staple in most of your set dungeons anyways, because you need that mobility. So here I'm just thinking, all right, I just will check all my unexplored areas of the map, trying to remember if there were any places where I kind of left some enemies. So this is something that potentially could make you fail a set dungeon, especially this one, just because the map is a little bit bigger. But if you're moving through swiftly enough, you should be able to have plenty of time to go back and search if you need to. You don't need to down-tune your power for this one any at all, so you can take like all your DPS legendary gems. You can really ramp up your strength or whatever. Make sure that your damage is really high, so that way when you do your Condemns and whatnot, you're just one-shotting everything, which allows you to move through the set dungeon very quickly. But that's pretty much the strategy here, and I'm just about to find that I left a couple of mobs right there, and we mastered it. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like that, go ahead and do the thumbs up thing. Feel free to subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you around with more Season 5 highlight vids.